Is this 2021, 2022 Green Bay Packers team, do they deserve to be on Hard Knocks and just they should vote the Cowboys out of it? Because I'm really starting to believe that right now. They should really get a soap opera done. They need a documentary. We need cameras and mics inside the locker room first couple days of training camp, because this is getting spicy, and as a Vikings fan, I am enjoying it. Now listen, if you guys do not know what has been going on, you guys didn't see the news last night, Aaron Rodgers and Devante Adams think they're Jordan and Pippen, and I think they're being divas, and that's what we're talking about. So if you guys didn't see, Devante Adams, he posted a picture of Jordan and Pippen giving each other the signature fist bump during the last dance, and he decided to post that on his Instagram story. You know, at first it was kind of like, okay, like we can kind of see a connection because him and his contract talks with Green Bay, they kind of came to a halt because Green Bay didn't want to make him the highest paid receiver in the NFL for, whatever reason. He's the best receiver in the NFL, and you're not going to make him the highest paid receiver in the NFL, and he's been honestly being a huge factor on why your franchise has been successful, and he's probably the only reason Aaron Rodgers is even still in Green Bay. And you are not making him the highest paid receiver. So we went out, he posted that on his Instagram story. And then if you guys saw, Aaron Rodgers, he did the same thing, kind of symbolizing Aaron Rodgers, Devante Adams. They are Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. So I grew up in Chicago. I grew up a Bulls fan. I love the Bulls, and I love The Last Dance, and I love Jordan. I got to say, this drives me a little crazy seeing Aaron Rodgers and Devante Adams do this, and I'm a huge fan of both their games. They're both obviously incredible, but as a Vikings fan, this kind of bugs me. As a Bulls fan, this kind of bugs me. And for the main reason of that is, what are you trying to send the message to right now? We all know you don't like your GM. We all know that. Like, this is not some breaking news where Devante Adams and Aaron Rodgers feel like they are Jordan and Pippen because of the way their GM treats them. But when you take it to social media, and when you take it to that level of posting a pretty dramatic Friday night Instagram story like that, kind of comparing yourself to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, who those are two guys who won on the highest levels of basketball and honestly in all sports, winning 6 titles in 8 years. And the true reason they had to stop playing together was because of their GM. And I just don't think the situations, like, yes, technically they both have GMs they don't like, but the situations do not really connect with me at all. And if I'm being honest, I think he was sipping on a little tequila last night, or whatever Aaron's drinking, and I think he was he was feeling himself a little bit, and I think he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let that Instagram story fly. I really believe Aaron, he was under the influence of alcohol when he posted this Instagram story, and I'm all here for it. Listen, this is just stirring drama for me. I love it. I love reacting to it. I think it's incredibly interesting. I do not think, though, so there's this huge tip out that Aaron's going to retire next week. I don't buy that. I think Aaron's going into the next year with the mentality that he is Michael Jordan and this is his last dance, because, again, he is 37. Aaron, he played so well last year. He played like he was 27. You forget, the man is going to be turning 38 very soon. Devante Adams, obviously, he's in his prime. He is the man. He's the best receiver in the league. He's got his whole thing figured out. I just don't see why Aaron, it was very diva-ish. And Aaron Rodgers and Devante Adams, they were acting like divas. Listen, in the NFL, I think there's a huge difference between NFL culture and NBA culture. NFL culture is more of a team-based, like, we're all in this together type of thing. Like, and I'm not saying the NBA isn't like that, but I just think in the NFL, because you need all 22 guys locked in, and especially when you have just one side of the football, let's just take defense. You need all 11 guys locked in. You have one missed coverage and it's a touchdown, and that just takes one guy. You could have the 10 other best players in the league at their positions, and you have one bad guy, one guy who messes up their assignment, and you give up a touchdown. So, the NFL is such a team-based game, and I feel like when you post something like this, it kind of sends the message where you're almost singling yourself out from your other teammates. And I know there will be teammates that will come out and say, they will be like, yes, we support Aaron no matter what. We support Devante Adams. No, that's what they have to say. But the fact that they're almost like putting the attention on them, where it's like, yes, it's only us two who is kind of having this feud with the GM. And the thing that also kind of, it doesn't make sense to me is the GM's job in the NFL, it's way harder than it is in the NBA. The NBA job as a GM, yes, you just need to get that superstar, and then you got to build role players around him. For the NFL, you need to fill out an entire roster to make the Super Bowl. And if you look at what the Packers GM has really done, I know he has been a total jackass to Aaron and Devante with how he's handled this and how he goes about things. But you look at what he's given Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he'll find this anywhere else, really. You got probably the best tackle in the NFL in Bakhtiari. You got probably the best corner in the NFL in Jair Alexander. You got two great pass rushers in the Smith brothers. You got guys like Kenny Clark on the D-line. I mean, the defense is solid. It can get stops. And then you also surround Aaron with Aaron Jones, a top 10 back. Devante Adams, undisputed, top 2, top 3 receiver. I have him at 1. And like I said, Bakhtiari, stud offensive line. They have always had stud offensive lines. It just kind of mind boggles me a little bit. And I just don't like the post personally. I think it sends a message that you are kind of higher than your teammates. And yes, the teammates might not see it, but I guarantee you a couple of them will just be like, Aaron, just shut up and get to practice. Because I love listening to Shannon Sharp and how he talks about John Elway and how he was as a leader. And he was always saying how Elway was just one of the guys. He never made himself more than the other guy, even though he was making immense amount of money, or more money than you could even imagine than the other guys. And he just treated him like one of the guys. He just acted like one of the guys. He would go out, drink with him. He would go out, do this with him. And I think that's what Aaron needs to do. If he wants to save any hope that the Packers have this year, which I hope they don't, Aaron, you're being a diva. Devante Adams, you're being a diva. Football starts in about a month and a half. Just shut up and play football. That's what I always say as a Packers fan. But as a Vikings fan, we're now favored to win the division. So props to us. We might sign D.D. Westbrook. Also, I might make a video on the Rick Dennison not getting vaccinated shenanigans. But I want to talk to you guys about this. Let me know what you guys think about Aaron and Devante. I think they're being divas, personally. I think it's really diva move out of both of those two. But let's see what you guys say in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video. See you guys next time. Skol Vikes.